Yo, 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 everybody, what the fuck is going on? Welcome back to the motherfucking Minority Sports Report RASSLIN edition. Woo, woo, woo. I'm your motherfucking boy, Big Black.
And I'm your boy, Game Dollar. Sound like a real juggalo with that intro.
Well, I didn't want to hurt your head. So I toned it down.
It usually clips out anyway, because you get so loud, so I usually don't hear it.
That's true. My guy has a migraine, so we're about to bang this shit out. Dedication.
Yeah.
Okay, this is real shit.
Yeah,
all right, let's
if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, but it was a good week of wrestling. Did you end up watching everything?
Not everything. No, I watched obviously Dynamite, and I watched a little bit of Collision, but I missed all of Rampage.
Yeah, well, with Dynamite started off with Orange Cassidy talking about, I don't even remember what he talked about, honestly, but it was basically coming off the loss of his international championship. And then Moxley came out to defend the international championship against AR Fox. And Orange Cassidy did this little, stop on the ramp and looking back and shit. So probably setting up Orange Cassidy, John Moxley too at some point for that belt.
Word. Yeah, I came in at the very, very, very end of that match.
Yeah.
See that part.
Yeah, Moxley's music hit he was halfway up the ramp, and he stopped there and was just looking up at the screen. Yeah, so definitely a little tease for something in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Moxley defeated AR Fox to retain the belt, which is expected there. Your girl, Chris Statlander, defended her TBS championship against Emi Sakura. Obviously, a successful defense for Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that was a different show. Never mind. Proceed. Next, we had Chris Jericho.
Old Statty.
He had the old stat gear.
Yeah, this is the Andromeda Galaxy stat.
Yeah, that's alien stat. We had Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara teaming up to take on Aussie Open, and Jericho and Sammy got the win, but a lot of back and forth between these two, so it's still teasing the feud or the breakup between the final two members of the Inner Circle.
That sex
or the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Right there.
Well, he's still technically wearing the Inner Circle vest.
I know, yeah, so. He does. Yeah, he does. So yeah.
But yeah, so it's still teasing that shit there. What happened after that? MJF promo, basically talking shit to Samoa Joe after the little shove. Because I don't know if did you ever see the clip from WWE?
I saw it years ago.
Yeah.
And then
so there was a segment where MJF played a security guard in WWE, and Samoa Joe ended up shoving him a little bit. And he kind of did it again last week. So this whole promo is basically I'm not the little kid that you shoved in Brooklyn, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, setting up Samoa Joe MJF.
Banger. Joe.
Yeah, that would be
Joe.
Joe's gonna kill you. But yeah, I would like to see that one. That should actually be a good one, but
hell yeah.
We'll see, because there's a little tease coming up after. Well, not a tease, but something's gonna happen after that. We'll get to that in a minute. But Grand Slam World Title Eliminator. So basically, winner of this little mini tournament is gonna go on to the Grand Slam and challenge MJF for the belt. The first match was Trent Beretta taking on Roderick Strong, and Roderick Strong ended up picking up the win in this one, so he moved on to the next round. Yeah,
surprised.
Yeah, I was a little surprised, but then when I thought about the story, it fits.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, if you're taking everything between MJF, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong, it fits that he would win and move on in the tournament. But again, we'll continue and get to the rest of what happened on the other shows there.
The rest of the AMs.
Swerve came out, cut a promo. Well, no, I think Hangman came out first, started talking, and then Swerve came out and started talking shit. And did they jump him?
I checked out so hard, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, we check out on the Hangman shit.
Like I don't give a fuck about anything he has to do.
But yeah, next we had another Grand Slam World Title eliminator. This time it was Darby Allin taking on his friend and protege Nick Wayne. Obviously, Darby Allin picked up the win in this one. But I mean, obviously, good showing by Nick Wayne. Darby still nursing the injuries from all the pay-per-views, and then all these fucking matches where he's just cannonballing himself through the ropes and out of the ring. He almost killed himself in this one where he dove through the ropes and did he hit the mat? Or did he hit the
No, he hit the mat.
He hit the mat and rolled into the rail.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, did he dive right into the rail? But no, he hit the mat first and rolled into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a psycho.
Yeah, that dude's he's fucking wild.
He's like Jeff Hardy if Jeff Hardy really didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Imagine
Jeff Hardy didn't give a fuck in the late 2000s, but Darby Allin really doesn't give a fuck about his body.
Imagine Darby Allin in ECW. Like, dude, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking dead, yo. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would have been insane.
Sorry to sidetrack.
I would have loved to have seen it.
Oh hell yeah.
I was a big fan of the violence and shit like that. But yeah, that would have been nuts. He would have fucking paralyzed himself at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the main event of Dynamite. Darby Allin defeated Nick Wayne, so he moved on to the next round. So then we jump over to Rampage, which kicked off the show with Penta taking on Jay Lethal. Obviously, Jay Lethal was out there with all his goons.
Sorry,
they all got kicked out of the at one point because what happened? Oh yeah, they got caught beating up on Penta after they tied his mask to the ropes and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So the ref caught him and kicked him out. But Penta was able to come back and pick up the win after all his goons were gone. So good win there for Penta. What else we had? Oh, Shida, your girl Shida, Hikaru Shida, Sky Blue and Britt Baker teamed up to take on Taya Valkyrie, the Bunny, and Anna Jay. This is a good six woman.
Six woman.
Which I'm a fan of most of these girls. I mean, Ty is cool, but
yeah, I don't know.
She's still new for me, so
exactly.
I'd have to see her more.
Exactly.
But I'm definitely a big fan of everybody else that was in this match for multiple reasons. But yeah, solid match here. Britt Baker, Sky Blue, and Hikaru Shida picked up the win. And towards the end of the match, Britt hit Shida somehow, like they miscommunication or whatever. She got hit, and Shida wasn't happy about it. So I'm kind of have a feeling they're teasing Shida heel. Because Britt's too over as a face to go back to being the heel. I think they're gonna make Shida a heel.
Yeah, bro. And just her angle would be the disrespect when she was the champ.
Because if Britt was gonna be the heel, she wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," blah 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 blah. She would have been the one to turn her back on Shida and walk away. Like, I don't give a fuck what you're saying. But like, she was like, "Oh, it was an accident. It was an accident," and Shida walked away from her. So
yeah,
my guess is Shida's gonna go heel at some point.
No, that makes sense too, because I saw that clip on Instagram, but I didn't really have context. So like hearing you provide that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was some kind of miscommunication where somebody ducked out of the way and Shida got hit and she wasn't happy with it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. We had the Young Bucks taking on Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. Obviously, Bucks picked up the win over Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. But solid match all around.
Great name.
They came out with Hager, and everybody started chanting, "Where's your hat?" It was mad funny. He just looked mad sad on on the other side of the ring. It was pretty funny. And then was this the main event? Yeah, main event. Yes. Another Grand Slam title eliminator. This time it was Samoa Joe taking on Jeff Hardy. Samoa Joe ended up picking up the win in this one. And yeah, kind of expected.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you never know. Jeff Hardy, they might give him a little push. But I was expecting Joe to pick up the win in that one, which he did.
I
So
see
then
Jeff.
so that sets up was it Samoa Joe and Roderick Strong in the finals, which happened on Collision, I believe.
It was the title versus title, or am I getting ahead of myself? I think that's this coming
Nope,
week.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
So no, that set up Samoa Joe versus Ray Phoenix. Not Ray Phoenix versus Penta for the next round in the title eliminator, and then Roderick Strong was taking on Darby. So yeah, so that jumps over to Collision where we had those matches. But Collision kicked off with Jon Moxley defending his international championship again, this time against Action Andretti. Obviously picked up the win over Action Andretti.
Yeah, I saw some of that one. Yeah, it was a good one.
After that, we had Chris Statlander coming out, taking on Robin Renegade. But when Robin Renegade is there, her twin, the other Renegade, forgot her name.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot the other one's name. But
Robin
Charlotte. Robin and Charlotte Renegade. So when they're in the match, basically one rolls out, the other one rolls in, takes her place, kind of deal. They tried doing that shit in this one, but Statlander ended up beating both their asses, picked up the win. After the match, they jumped Statlander, and your girl Jade came back. Came out, looked like she was going to make the save for Statlander, which she kind of did. She ended up beating up both Renegades, getting them out of the ring, and then decided, I think she ignored them and just beat up Statlander and then beat them up with some shit. But ended up hitting Stat with the Jaded and put the belt in her face. So setting up Chris Statlander, Jade Cargill too. It's good to see Jade back because I know there was a lot of rumors that she might not come back.
Yeah, but like, I know she's the newest wrestler, bro, but her Raw star power is undeniable, dog. Like, it's
she got the welcome back chant and all that from the crowd.
It's undeniable, man.
Like, it's crazy. She came out. Yeah. I mean, she just needs to work on her in-ring skills. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she could be she's a big star now, but she could be a huge wrestling star if she wants to.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Next, we had Bullet Club Gold, which was the team of the Guns and Juice Robinson with cardboard cutout Jay White in that corner.
That's so stupid. I love it.
Then we had the team. Yeah, they even put him in the announce table like he was an announcer. It was fucking funny. But yeah, they took on the team of Aerostar, Inframundo, and Gravity. I guess these three teamed up a lot in Mexico. Mm-hmm. They mentioned something about their history. But yeah, I mean, these three, obviously luchadors, very entertaining.
What was the Gravity dude's name? What? I'm sorry, what was the Gravity dude's name? Because he's wrestled on Dynamite before.
Gravity.
Oh, I thought it was in Spanish. Okay, sorry.
No, his name's just Gravity.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so. Oh no, wait, is that? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, moving on. Not moving on. I didn't say who won. Bullet Club Gold got the win in that one, and yeah, moving on from that, we had Ray Phoenix taking on Angelico, which we haven't seen Angelico in quite a while.
That's right.
Yeah, he's back, taking on Phoenix, and Ray Phoenix picked up the win in that one.
Hell yeah.
Then in one of the Dynamite Grand Slam match finals was Darby Allin taking on Roderick Strong. This one, Darby did another kind of crazy ass dive, and then I believe Roderick Strong, he did some kind of move where basically he dropped Darby back first on the top turnbuckle, because then his back is already fucked up from the coffin drop on the coffin at the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So yeah, this kind of played into how Roderick Strong was able to pick up the win and move on. And also before the match, Luchasaurus beat the shit out of Darby Allin before he even got to the ring. To the point where that they thought like Darby was gonna have to forfeit because he wasn't gonna come out, but he ended up coming out all hurt and shit and still went through the match.
Yo, that nigga's crazy, dog.
Yeah, he's a fucking psychopath.
He's a fucking animal. And I love that Christian Cage made Luchasaurus beat him up, nigga. So
yep. And then the other final, we had Penta taking on Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe ended up getting the win in this one. So that set up the final for this week, which is going to be Samoa Joe and Roderick Strong. So it's going to be interesting to see which storyline they go with, because you could either do Samoa Joe and MJF with all that history they have from that segment back in WWE, or you could do MJF Roderick Strong with all the shit going on with Adam Cole. So either way, it's going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I would like to see Roderick Strong because that's the most recent story, the one we're more familiar with at this time. But
and honestly,
Joe and MJF, I mean, it can go either way.
But this is that cycle, that refresh from the pay-per-views and shit. So like we really haven't seen Roderick wrestle, so they have to be going with that fucking route, because he's been in the program for a while, just cutting promos and shit. So now he's wrestling, so it's nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was this week in wrestling. There was some other shit that went on, like promo wise and all that. But the biggest one is probably the Santana promo, where he basically said that he's going on his own. He's not going to be teaming up with Ortiz anymore. Basically came out and said Ortiz was his crutch, or like he didn't come out and name Ortiz, but you know who he was talking about. Basically said that he's tired of being part of these groups and wants to be on his own. And then I guess was it Ortiz sent out a tweet saying like, "Oh, I'm a crutch," blah 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 blah. So I don't know if this is them playing into it and setting up a feud with them two, or if this is real beef and they really are just shit talking and they're never going to work together again.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens there. Trying to think of what other shit came up this week with wrestling.
I've been kind of out of the loop because I'm fucking leaving.
We had what was it? Danielson challenged Zack Sabre Jr. to a match at Dynamite. No, to Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream,
because Zack Sabre considers himself the best technical wrestler, and obviously Danielson does too. He's won. I mean, he has an award named after him for technical wrestling, so that tells you all you need to know right there.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking crazy.
And then, what was the championship versus championship? You were Eddie Kingston challenged. That's what it was. Challenged Claudio. Yeah. So it's going to be Claudio defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Eddie Kingston and his New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. So that's going to be a banger. I believe that's Dynamite. No, that's Grand Slam. That's Grand Slam because Eddie was talking about doing it in front of his family and shit like that. And he's from New York, so it's going to be a Grand Slam.
Eddie about to win that belt.
I hope so.
They'll keep it in house.
He deserves a win over Claudio for all the shit that's been going on with all that.
Yeah,
I don't think he's beaten him in the singles match since like this whole feud got brought out. But
what I'm thinking too is you keep the belt. You're not going to give the New Japan belt to another AEW person. You know what I'm saying? But you can give the Ring of Honor belt to another AEW person and keep it in the family.
Yeah.
Then Eddie can lose the New Japan belt, still have, so that's how I see it going.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Something else happened that I wanted to bring up too. Oh, Danielson. At one point he was doing a promo in the ring, and Ricky Starks came out with Big Bill and jumped him. And they started having like a little promo battle in the ring, and then Big Bill just kind of jumped Danielson. Ricky Starks pulled him off like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?" And then jumped Danielson.
Shit. Okay.
And so then Moxley came out to help Danielson. They all got into it. Big Bill took care of Moxley, and then Ricky Starks ended up choking out Danielson with his hoodie. Basically a flashback to the strap match where Danielson choked him out with the strap.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're continuing that feud, possibly getting a tag match out of that because of everybody that got involved. But yeah, that was the thing I wanted to bring up. But yeah, I can't think of anything else that I wanted to bring up for this week.
You'll remember as soon as we stop recording.
Yeah, most likely. That always happens.
For real. I'd be like, I straight up have like notes and lists for like regular TMSR because wrestling's kind of easier. And we start talking, I never fucking look at my phone until we're done recording. I'm like, God damn it, I forgot to talk. I
did the notes, and then I just kind of felt like it was just reading facts off, so I kind of got away from that, and I'm just trying to have more of a conversation and wing it a little more because, I don't know, it just felt weird just reading.
Yeah. Definitely.
Lines.
So for me, it's like I have a fuck ton of bullet points. Just to remind myself of the subject and then just kind of go off, but I never open my fucking phone while we're recording.
Bro, you should have seen my early notes from like early TMSR days. It's ridiculous. Like there was no need for me to do all that bullshit.
We live and learn and we adapt and we adjust.
Yeah.
Word. Thank you guys for fucking with us. We will not be here next week, but there will be a lot of shit happening on the channel, so just keep watching it and follow us all collectively. Wait, sorry, I fucked up. This is the motherfucking Minority Sports Report RASSLIN edition. Woo woo. Make sure you follow us all collectively at TMS Report. Follow I had a brain fart channel, subscribe, all that shit that's happening on the screen. Game, where can they follow you, bro?
That's Game 666.
Or to follow me, I am at the Beatnik. Sorry, I can hear my kids screaming through these headphones, so that's why it just threw me off. And cool, we'll be fucking back in a couple weeks. Peace in.